What's up, guys? Justin Crumley here with the Cueto Productions channel, and let me first apologize for not uploading a video in I think a little over a week. It's been about a week, maybe longer than that. I've been really busy with I'm actually moving pretty soon, so all my attention has gone to packing my stuff. So yeah, that's about all I'm gonna say as far as my personal life goes. So yeah, I just wanted to get it out there. The reason I haven't been uploading consistently is because I'm moving soon, so I've had my priorities elsewhere. I know the MLB Winter Meetings just wrapped up, and there were some cool things that happened. Some things I want to get into, namely involving my favorite Detroit Tigers. They're my favorite team. Also, the Cubs made a pretty huge move. I will get into that, and this isn't winter meetings involved. At least I don't think it is. But some big news for Johnny Cueto. I will get into that in a minute. But first of all, let's talk about the Detroit Tigers at the winter meetings. Okay, Al Avila has done a phenomenal job fixing the biggest problem that has been with the Tigers, and that is the bullpen. For the last, I don't know, God, years, this team has not had a very stable bullpen. I got to give credit to Dave Dombrowski. He tried, he'd always pick up some guys here and there at the trade deadline or, sign some kind of guy and take a chance on him. And that's the big thing. Take a chance. Guys like Jabba Chamberlain, who was coming out of New York. They signed him to a 1 year, $1.3 million deal, something like that. And he was good for the first half. But then the second half of that year, he wasn't so good. And then they signed him back last year, and he ended up collapsing, got waived, and just removed from the team. So that was a failed experiment. Tom Gorzelani was another one that was. He actually came off of a good year in Milwaukee, but came to Detroit and he sucked. Joe Nathan was a big signing for Detroit, but he was 39. His velocity was kind of slowing down, and I don't know. I mean, I liked the deal at the time, but looking back on it, maybe it wasn't so good. It doesn't help that Joe Nathan ended up flopping really bad. So there's that. But Dave Dombrowski, the thing I can't understand is he didn't seem to put too much of an effort to try and acquire some quality arms for the bullpen. It was always about like getting the big bats like Prince Fielder. Then he traded him for Ian Kinsler, traded Doug Fister for Steve Lombardozzi, Ian Kroll, and Robbie Ray, and look how well that worked out. Lombardozzi didn't even make it to the regular season. Ian Kroll sucked, and Robbie Ray got traded to bring Shane Green in. Well, it's one of those things where Dombrowski, he was aware that the bullpen was trouble, and that's putting it nicely, but he didn't seem to put 100% effort into trying to fix it. Does that make sense? Whatever. But Al Avila, he goes out, he gets Mark Lowe, who had like an ERA of I think 1.63 or something like that. Don't quote me on that, but his ERA was under 2. I know that much. So right there, he got him in free agency. He got K-Rod earlier this year. I did a video on that. So if you wanna hear more about that, you may go to just look it up on my channel. And then he got recently he got Justin Wilson from the New York Yankees, a lefty, and yeah, no offense to the Yankees or the Yankees fans, but what the hell were the Yankees thinking? I mean, there's rumors they're going to trade Andrew Miller, and believe me, I would love to have Andrew Miller in Detroit. They trade Justin Wilson for Chad Green and Luis Sessa, two minor league pitchers who were really just for the Tigers. I think the Tigers kind of stole on this one. Of course, I guess that remains to be seen, but if I'm a Yankees fan, man, I'm scratching my head at this. Why are you shortening your bullpen? You had a decent bullpen, and now you're making it worse. I don't understand. But you know what? I'm a Tigers fan, so I'm not complaining. Okay. But yeah, Justin Wilson was a much needed addition to the bullpen. Also, the Tigers got Jared Saltalamacchia, apparently. They signed him. He's a catcher. And I didn't see that coming. I didn't know they were even going to consider going for a catcher. But Jared Saltalamacchia, besides the name being really long and fun to make fun of, he's a pretty good bat. A lot of people might disagree with me on that, but I'm willing to give the guy a chance. Him and James McCann. Wow, glad I caught myself there. James McCann's going to be the starter. I'm really excited to see him again. Jared Saltalamacchia, guy's got some good power. He's a World Series catcher. So, yeah, we'll see where that goes. The only glaring problem I see with the Tigers is left field. I don't like the idea of Tyler Collins being the everyday left fielder. I like Tyler Collins as a bat. You know, he's a decent bat. Not a great one by any means, but a decent one. He bats left, which is something the Tigers really lack. But outfield-wise, I don't think I like that. I don't like the idea of him in left field. I just don't think he's capable of doing that. I think he's better as like a first baseman-esque, maybe right field. I don't know. But I just don't like him in left field every day. Now, you don't have to sign Gordon because Gordon's going to cost a huge price. Cespedes, much as I would love to have him, if they don't sign him, I'd be okay with that. Maybe they're looking to make a deal, like a trade to get a left fielder. Maybe like Dexter Fowler. That wouldn't be all right. That would be all right with me. Or Austin Jackson. Sign Austin Jackson back and put him in left field. I'd be totally okay with that. Especially Austin Jackson. You know, Austin Jackson coming back to Detroit. I would love that. I've always had a soft spot for Austin Jackson. You know, I was really bummed when they traded him for David Price, him and Drew Smyly, the 3-team deal. But anyway, that's all I'm saying. I'm really proud of the Tigers. The only move that I'm really questioning, and I never got around to getting into this, Mike Pelfrey. Just I don't know. There were better options, in my opinion. There were much better options out there. I just think Mike Pelfrey, not too excited about that. 2 years, 16 mil. Might seem like not a big deal, but it's not pretty. I don't like the idea. But hey, you could prove us wrong. I just think there were better options out there, like Doug Fister, Mike Leake. There were other options. Mike Pelfrey was definitely not high on my list, but it is what it is. I'm willing to give this guy the benefit of the doubt. If he sucks, you're stuck with him for another year. That's why I'm not happy with it being a 2-year contract. But moving on, we're going to go outside of the Tigers. We're going to talk about another big move that was made by the Cubs. They signed Jason Hayward to an 8-year, $184 million contract. I believe those were the terms. Holy shit, Jason Hayward. I would have loved to have had him at Detroit, but you know what? It is what it is. I wasn't expecting Jason Hayward. He was going to command a huge price, and he did. Not too huge, but, you know, the Cubs are definitely willing to pay. The Cubs, man. The Cubs are in a very good spot. I think the Cubs might just challenge the Cardinals for the NL Central. And I stand by that because the Cubs, you know, they're already a good team. They just went and got better. You know, they spent some money on Jason Hayward, but they went and got better. I mean, absolutely huge. And, you know, I just want to put it out there. I saw on Facebook that there were some Cardinals fans that were actually burning Jason Hayward's jersey and all that crap. Because I guess because he went to an NL Central rival. I just want to say, fans that do that crap, and I'm talking about every sport, If you burn a player's jersey like that because you're pissed that they left, whether it was when when Revis went to the Patriots, all the Jets fans were doing that, or I don't think the Jets fans were actually doing that. I didn't see anyway. Um, now you got St. Louis, the Cardinals. There were some fans, not all fans, but the ones that do that shit. And especially in Cleveland when LeBron James left. I just find that so classless. I mean, the guy left. Whoop-de-doo. Sports is a business in the end. I'm not saying you got to be happy, but a little example: when Wes Walker left the New England Patriots, I wasn't very happy, but I didn't burn any jerseys. I don't have a Wes Welker jersey, so obviously I didn't get that option, but I wouldn't have. I have an Asante Samuel jersey. I didn't burn that when Samuel left New England to go to Philly. I mean, that's really all I want to say is that shit right there, complete garbage. That's not needed. Come on, guys, show some class. But yeah, the Cubs, man, they're looking good. I really think the Cubs are going to challenge the Cardinals for the NL Central. Like I said, they were already a good team. They just got better. Dare I say it, they might even take the NL Central. So, that's all I got to say as far as that goes. Also, Zach Greinke, man, going to the Diamondbacks. Holy crap. This is going to be a hell of a season. The NL West. That's going to be a very tight division. Speaking of the NL West, today, Johnny Cueto signed a 6-year, $130 million contract with the San Francisco Giants. This deal includes an opt-out option after 2 years. Wow. Just wow. San Francisco, man, they always find a way to swoop in and make that deal. San Francisco, the Giants really are they're a modern day dynasty in the MLB. They've won 3 World Series in 5 years. I would say that's as close as we're going to get right now to a dynasty. At least, at least in recent years. But Johnny Cueto was a pitcher that was a very hot topic in the trade deadline last year. Obviously, the Kansas City Royals ended up getting him from the Cincinnati Reds, and he went on to help them win the World Series. So Cueto definitely earning the money that he's going to get out of San Francisco. I think this is a great move for the Giants. They got another ace in that rotation. The Giants are going to be a good team. I mean, I know they were bad last year. They were bad the year before, and then they went and beat Kansas City in the Super Bowl. The World Series. What the fuck? I said Super Bowl. Wow, fail. Uh, they beat Kansas City in the World Series. um, so yeah, I think the Giants definitely. They got Jeff Samardzija earlier too for 5 years at $90 million. So yeah, the Giants are definitely going to be a strong pitching team. And at the end of the day, pitching. We've seen it recently. Pitching wins World Series. I mean, you need those bats. You need to put up runs. But if it's anything the 2012 Detroit Tigers taught us, it's that big bats don't guarantee anything. All right, guys, that's really all I have to say. Again, I want to apologize for not uploading, for a little over a week. Like I said, I've had a lot going on with my actual life. So, what kind of moves did your favorite team make at the winter meetings? Did you like it? And what do you think of Johnny Cueto signing with the San Francisco Giants? Those are the questions I'm going to put out to everybody. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Have a great day. If you're not having a great day, I hope it gets better. Till next time, guys, I'm Justin Crumley, and this is Cueto Productions, signing out.